This is the LAU plan for Gervais School District. The district lies in the Willamette Valley north of Salem. Of the approximately 1,100 students, 67% are Hispanic and 30% are white, and the remaining are Native American, Asian, Black, and Pacific Islander. The LEP percentages are 41% for elementary school, 13% for middle, 4% for high school, and 23% for alternative. Gervais has adopted an English language approach model. The LAU plan explains that because of increasing diverse languages in the district, bilingual education is not a pliable option right now. Under the English language approach model, every student uses ELD instruction and each student attends ELD class. At the elementary school, all teachers have received PSYOP training. They also receive supervision and support to help embed ELD as comprehensive literacy lessons. And each week, the ELD specialist provides push-in and lesson modeling that targets Common Core Standards, ELP for ELD, and content-specific Tier 2 and 3 academic language. At the secondary level, ELL students receive one class period each day with the district's licensed ELD teacher. Newcomers receive more. These classes are grouped by ELP levels. For their other classes, secondary ELLs are placed in support intervention classes as indicated by ELPA strand data and district and state assessments. Also, the master schedule is set up to give ELL students the same access to special programs as their non-ELL peers. And each school employs bilingual instructional assistants who provide push-in support as needed. Teacher qualifications. Across the district, teachers instructing ELL students are encouraged to have or be working with an ESOL endorsement, and tuition dollars are available to aid in this. Also, teachers and paraprofessionals of ELL students are provided ongoing training in the areas of ELD and PSYOP. Additionally, the district employs 2 English language development trainers, who provide training for new ELD teachers and act as a resource to staff and mentor teachers as they develop their PSYOP skills. A team that includes trainers, building administrators trained in PSYOP and ELD strategies, and the ELL coordinator meet to share observations, compile data, and make recommendations for further staff development. I won't go into the whole identification process, but for redesignation, if a student scores 5 on the ELPA and the building team, along with the ELL district coordinator, believe that the student is not linguistically ready to exit the program, the team will gather evidence and retain that student. On the other hand, if a student scores a 4 on the ELPA and is linguistically ready to exit the program, they will gather evidence and promote that student. I thought that was pretty cool. After a student is exited from the ELL program, he or she will be monitored for success for 2 years. The district climate is quite good, even though Gervais uses an English medium model as opposed to a bilingual model. They provide Spanish classes for staff, so staff can communicate with parents and families. Also, they have Spanish for Spanish speakers for high school students to take. And bilingual ability is taken into consideration when filling new licensed and classified staff positions. In terms of communicating with parents, the district has multiple bilingual employees who can translate for and communicate both Spanish and Russian-speaking parents, and they'll hire translators needed for languages. As for written communication, all schools within the district try to provide notifications to parents in a language they can understand. Also, there are different clubs and community events that celebrate cultural diversity, and the official district calendar includes and recognizes Russian holidays. Wright states that the castellated standard has essentially become the law of the land in determining the adequacy of programs for ELLs. And the first prong of the standards is that it's important to consider whether the program is based on sound educational theory. So Wright points out that in districts where bilingual education is not possible, that the English medium models, which Gervais School District has chosen, are, quote, the next best option. And PSYOP, according to Wright, offers guidance to teachers who use sheltered instruction by helping them systematically plan, teach, observe, and evaluate effective instruction for ELLs. At the secondary level, ELL students get pull-out ESL instruction 1 period a day. And although Wright explains that the pull-out model has, quote, been highly criticized as the least effective model, unquote, most of the problems with pull-out don't apply to Gervais School District because pull-out is only a short part of the day, so students are still getting plenty of regular class time. Because most of the instructional assistants in the district are bilingual, many students get primary language support, which is exciting. Castaneda Standard Part 2 speaks to the importance of implementing programs effectively with sufficient resources and personnel. I've already talked about a lot of the training that goes on for the personnel, so I'm not going to expound on that right now. The exciting thing is the way that ESL teachers who provide pull-in support are part of a team that makes lesson decisions for each grade level. Wright states, for pull-in ESL to be an effective model, the ESL and classroom teachers need to collaborate as team teachers to address the content and language objectives of sheltered content area lesson and planning and delivering effective ESL lessons. And that's what they do, so that's exciting. Finally, Castaneda Standard Part 3. The third prong of Castaneda speaks to the importance of evaluating to determine whether the plan is effective. Obviously, this is very important because, as Wright states, many students may be harmed before inadequate programs are identified and rectified. So after reading about how observation, collaboration, and ongoing assessment of both students and the program are built into the plan, I feel confident that Gervais School District will make modifications if parts of the plan aren't effective.